One of the questions we're often asked is, at what point should I start to withdraw money from my RRSP or RRIF? To answer that question, let's take a look at Jill and Bob's situation. But let me give you a bit of a background first. They've got a net worth of about $1.4 million. They've got some debts. They plan to pay them off here at this point, and then retirement here at about age 60. If we break down their assets, we can see they've got a home worth about $800,000. They've got some RSPs, about $400,000, and a non-registered account of about $400,000 also. If we take a look at their cash flow in retirement, we can see they're going to be spending about $94,000. Let's just open up one of these, and we can see about $6,000 or $7,000 is going to income tax, and they're spending about $90,000 for themselves. If we go a little bit farther, we can see that's increased, and we can see still $90,000 for themselves. They've been forced to take out money from their RRSP accounts at age 72, so that's why they're paying a bit more tax. They've got a little surplus, so they're going to put that money into a tax-free savings account. And then finally, if we just check their income assets, so these are the RRSPs and non-registered accounts, and this is the money they're going to use to fund their retirement, so we can see it increasing here to age 60, and then of course it comes down and depletes over time. If we just do a quick check, we want to look at income taxes for a minute, and we're going to check the old age security clawback. I just want to make sure that Bob and Jill aren't losing any money to the government, and as you can see, we look in this column, it's all zero, so that's fine. If we just check with Jill's account, we're going to see something similar, except right at the very end we can see there's some money or tax to be paid at clawback. And that's because Bob's no longer with us and Jill's income is high and she's having to pay extra taxes on that. Let's just take a quick look. So one of the things I said, we're going to do the traditional plan, so withdraw money from RRSPs later in life rather than sooner. And we can see if we look at Bob's account, you can see just that. No RRSP withdrawals here. And then the RRIF, starting at age 72, we're going to start to take money out. So let's now take a look and see what happens if we start to withdraw money early at age 60 from the account. Okay, so here you can see that we've started the RRSP withdrawals early. At age 60, we're taking out $45,000 and then $50,000. Let me just show you quickly. In this table here, you can see the RRSP withdrawals 45 and 50, but that's in future dollars. I'm going to put this in today's dollars, so it's the equivalent of taking out $37,000 today. And this is the CPP, and that's here because what's key is we want to try to keep the taxable withdrawals under about $45,000, which is where the next marginal tax rate starts. Okay, so we've done that. Let's take a look at the income assets, and we can see here, everything looks good. Again, these are the RRSPs, non-registered accounts, increasing in value at age 60, and then of course they start to come down. So everything works. So which way worked better? Taking money from the RRSP first or later? Let me do the comparison. So here they are side by side. This one we've got withdrawing from the RRSP early, and here's the traditional plan where we withdraw from the RRSP or RRIF later on in life. And of course this looks better here at this point, but of course we're not taking into account the tax implications. But towards the end, everything looks pretty similar. So to help us see this, I'm going to flip it so we can see the numbers, and we'll look at the net worth. And let me just scroll down here. And what we can see is that here in 2051, we're actually better off where we delay the RRSP withdrawals. But once we get to 2052, 2053, we're better off the other way, taking RRSP money early. And the reason for that is, Bob has passed away, and Jill has all of the RRSP money, and so when she withdraws that money, there's extra tax to be paid. Let's take a look at the real test. Let's look at the kids and see how much money they're going to inherit. And we can scroll down here, and we can see when we delay the RRSP withdrawals, there's actually a bit more money going to the kids. So there's about an extra, let's call it $65,000, so an extra $135,000 to be saved by withdrawing money from RRSPs early. So we can see there is a slight advantage from an estate point of view if we start to withdraw money early from the account. I think the next thing we need to take a look at is what would happen if Bob passed away at a normal life expectancy rather than living on to age 90.